TLO, what's poppin'? We are on Twitch, not live, but you can leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notification bells. Let's continue to grow the family from Chicago to the UK. Right behind me, you see it. Little warning screen. Just in case, we never know. Patreon, Monday through Sunday, Premier League highlights, UK TV shows, UK movies. That link to that is down in the description. A lot of people have been asking me about it lately, man. We got every show that you like. Think of a show. I'll give you a minute. It's on there, 100%. We obviously can't react to that stuff on YouTube, but it's there if you want to watch it, man. We do lives on Twitch and YouTube. YouTube will stop a live because of what we're watching, so I don't know, man. I'm debating where I want to do live streams at, but maybe I could do them on both. Maybe I'll get that software where I can do it on Twitch and YouTube, and then when it cuts out on YouTube, it'll still be on Twitch, and then when it's done, it'll come back. But, I mean, we'll see. Top 10 things you didn't know the UK invented. I think this one, let me see.
Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. No copyright infringement intended. All rights belong to their respective owners.
I don't know. I like these. It's always going to be shocking. What a volume.
Let's make history. Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 things you didn't know were invented in Britain. Before we begin, if you enjoy this, we've picked out some of Blighty's best inventions and ranked the ones which we think are often overlooked.
Okay, so overlooked ones, not the obvious ones.
Number 10, chocolate bar.
Dang, the UK invented the whole chocolate bar? I figured though, because on TikTok I be trying all the UK stuff, link down in the description, and y'all got I've been eating American candy all my life, obviously, but when I first bit a chocolate bar from the UK, I was like, nah, there's no way. There ain't no way that we doing it right. As an American, we're doing it wrong because theirs is so much better. Shocking. I didn't know y'all invented it though. That makes sense.
Well then, I've been eating a lot of TheeLitOne. I've eaten 4 and I've got 2 white ones left. Because I don't like them as much as the dark ones.
Before Mars bars, Dairy Milk, Twix, Twirl or Toffee Crisp came Fry's chocolate cream. Predated only by
Fry's chocolate cream? What's the cream filling?
To sweet treats, including an innovative 1847 effort by Joseph Fry himself, chocolate cream was the first bar to be widely distributed, hitting
Fry's chocolate cream. I gotta write that down. I want to try it.
Shelves in 1866.
Make the moment last with Fry's chocolate.
Of course it's Cadbury. Credit Cadbury UK Limited.
Cream.
Dairy-free with a fondant centre, the idea quickly caught on with a certain John Cadbury starting mass production soon afterwards. Then came Henry Nestle, Rudolph Lindt and Milton S. Hershey.
Everybody that came after is irrelevant. You didn't do it first, buddy.
Chocolate! Chocolate! Chocolate!
Number 9, postage stamp.
That makes sense. You know what's crazy? I didn't know that the UK, everybody was like, y'all remember y'all used to rob post offices? Like back in the day? Somebody had to explain to me that it was also a bank. That's weird. That's too much stuff and that's too much important things in one spot. Like you just go to the post office and withdraw. Like that's crazy.
You set fire to a postage stamp?
No. In fact, a postage stamp is legal tender.
The office.
A bus driver would have to accept that.
Here's one to write home about.
Really?
The heady history of the postage stamp boasts a series of major players, with most of the significant changes happening in London.
Ah yes, there it is, the penny black.
Sir Rowland Hill is widely credited with creating the self-adhesive item we take for granted today, as well as a regulated cost system, introducing the first stamps that...
Do anybody use stamps anymore? Like, I feel like they just run them through a machine and they like print something on there. Like an actual stamp that you got to lick the back of. You still doing that at post-COVID? You licking stamps? You wild. You a wild boy or girl.
The penny black and the 2 pence blue in 1840. Both bear an image of Queen Victoria and both are worth a pretty penny today.
So everybody who wants to send a letter.
Ooh, I need to go find some.
Will have to lick my face.
Number 8, Viagra.
What's the matter?
I can take that as two ways of y'all being innovative or y'all just being erectly dysfunctional. Like, what's going on?
What's the matter? You just took a Viagra to have sex with me.
Well, I thought it would make it better.
Sex is something of a
Baby, don't be offended. This for you. This is not for me. This is for you.
specialist
I'm trying to perform.
Subject in British history. First, the vibrator was conceived by an 1880s physician who sought a cure for female hysteria, and then male impotence was solved largely by accident. The effects of sildenafil, or Viagra, were discovered in 1991, when a group of Kent-based Pfizer employees were researching a proposed new treatment for angina. But rather than righting the heart, the product precipitated other noticeable changes. The findings were quickly turned into a pill, sparing bedroom blushes worldwide.
You can't.
Do that work? I'm not asking for myself because I'm obviously don't need that. But I'm just asking those who have subject themselves to the little blue pill, do they work?
Took Viagra.
Number 7. Table tennis. In truth, the UK is responsible for, or it had a major hand in, the development of countless sports.
I don't believe it. Countless? Countless, though? Like, table tennis is a good sport. Like, okay, a lot of people play it professionally. It's cool. But I ain't never seen a British person play nothing. Y'all said countless. Like, football, alright, bet, okay. Cricket, I don't even know if y'all made cricket. It feel like y'all did. Maybe, what's that game? What's that game that's like similar to football, but no, like American football with no pads though? That one. What else?
Badminton, that was us. Cricket, obviously.
Cricket, okay. Badminton.
Rugby, football.
Rugby.
Snooker and bowls, all at least partly British.
Snooker? They don't play that here. What was the other one? Balls?
Squash was invented at Harrow, netball at Hampstead College, and modern golf is Scottish. But we've singled out table tennis.
Golf. Wow. Anything that has to do with something like something being hit with a ball that, like, you get what I'm saying? Like table tennis, you got to hit the ball with a paddle. Snooker, got to hit the ball with a cue stick. Y'all invented a lot of lazy sports. My bad. Rugby is cool though. I like rugby. I like football. Football, like, y'all invented football, so it's like that's not a lazy sport. So let me rewind. But a lot of these is like grandmas be playing them. I used to play table tennis a lot though. Like between I used to go to this place called Weber Leisure Center, and we was hooping, obviously playing basketball. But in between games, if you lose, I just go out there and play get my hand-eye coordination together.
For the first time, a father and son are playing each other in the World Table Tennis Final, and neither of them are Chinese.
An Olympic
That's who I thought invented this, honestly.
Sport since 1988, it began in Victorian England as a popular parlour game. Using improvised nets and paddles, players played over a dining table, often serving golf balls to their opponent.
Somebody said, well,
now that I'm looking at it, it do seem like kind of like a little posh sport.
peace was in our hands. But all I did was play ping pong.
Number 6. Flushing toilet. While there
Oh yeah, I heard about this.
is evidence that early civilizations used water to sanitize toilets, it wasn't until Tudor England that a recognizable flush system emerged.
Oh God, I beg you, please. If you make this water go down, I will sit at your feet and I will serve you for all of eternity.
Sir John Harrington led the way, installing a basic model for Elizabeth I at Richmond Palace. But it was almost 200 years before this throne became a household convenience.
How about a courtesy flush over there?
So a toilet used to be for the rich.
South Yorkshire's Thomas Crapper perfected the U-bend.
What's his name? Thomas Crapper? Perfected the U-bend in the toilet?
South Yorkshire's Thomas Crapper perfected the U-bend in 1880. At the Great Exhibition in 1851, purpose-built WCs were all the rage. Number 5. Guillotine.
That makes sense. 100%. The guillotine, I believe it.
Though best known for cutting through French history, this deadly device was actually a British idea. Beheading was a popular way of executing criminals in the Middle Ages, but all that wielding of swords soon...
Why would they show, bro? Why would they show Mr. Snow? R.I.P., man.
got tiresome. While the guillotine was named after a French doctor, early versions are recorded as far back as the 1200s in northern England and Scotland. The Halifax gibbet featured a crude axe head on a wooden board, while legend says the Scottish maiden was used to behead an earl who helped install it. Number 4. Jet engine.
I know about the jet
Historically,
engine.
war forces ideas.
I feel the need.
I know all about the jet engine.
The need for speed.
First, the military tank was devised by the Brits for World War I, supposedly inspired by a H.G. Wells story. Then came pioneering advances in the skies. The first patent for the jet engine was filed by Sir Frank Whittle in 1930, but Whittle's revolutionary ideas weren't realised until midway through the Second World War.
They never appreciate you till they need you.
By which time, a German designer had already adapted his plans. Furthermore, Whittle's ideas were also shared with America, meaning Britain missed its head start for their commercial applications too.
To gain control, you gotta lose control, right? I can't hear you.
Britain had the basis for the idea. So what you saying? Like other people came along and revolutionized it? The plans were there, but the applicable effects of them were American and somebody else.
Number 3. IVF.
Pregnancy?
Introduced in the 70s, in vitro fertilization flipped some of our most fundamental ideas about human biology.
How many times have you tried now? 3?
9. The last 2 were in vitro.
Developed for the most part by Patrick Steptoe and
Well, this is good. I never knew this. This is revolutionary.
Robert G. Edwards, it proved that a successful pregnancy could be initiated outside of the human body. Louise Brown was the world's first so-called test tube baby, conceived in a petri dish and born in Oldham.
Well, given your situation, the options with the greatest chances for success would be surrogacy or insemination using a sperm donor.
The birth raised ongoing ethical questions, but the procedure has become an increasingly available option, with more than 250,000
What ethical questions was there?
IVF babies already born in the UK.
What does that mean?
It means that my guys won't get off their bark loungers, and you have a uterus that is prepared to kill the ones that do.
Number 2. Digital audio player. Otherwise known as portable media player and MP3 player, or most famously, an iPod. You'd be forgiven for thinking
What?
that these devices came straight out of Silicon Valley, but no. The gadgets were first thought up by...
I would never think Silicon Valley. I would think like somewhere over in Asia or something, but...
by Kane Kramer, a London-based serial inventor who designed the IXI in 1979.
She's making playlists.
Got motion forever. His family's family, everybody's straight. You can't make one without giving him a piece of money.
She likes to listen to MP3s when she hunts.
Similar in size to a cigarette packet, with a small screen and 4 navigation buttons, the blueprints are uncanny. But Kramer's patent expired a decade later, leaving others free to act on his ideas.
Dang. Oh, that's a snooze fest. Bro sold. I would have re whatever I needed to do to get that patent back up.
And that they did. Number 1. Motion pictures.
So every time I go to the movie theater, I got the UK to thank. Everything.
We finish with Britain's mass of media breakthroughs. Thomas Wedgwood, son of the pottery pioneer, experimented with early attempts at photography, while the Scotsman, John Logie Baird, was the first to demonstrate TV. But Edward Muybridge takes top spot, thanks to his modestly named 1870s study, A Horse in Motion. Aimed to determine how a horse gallops, it featured a series of silhouettes viewed through another of Edward's inventions, a zoopraxiscope. That was an early film projector, and the study was a precursor for motion pictures and the movie industry.
Bro wasn't even trying to do what that was. Y'all just be stumbling upon stuff, doing other stuff. I guess, man, you just got to pay attention to what you're doing. And make sure your process is, your process. If it's something that's not been done before, you got to take that into account. Leave a like, comment.